Honorable Kimani Kuria, please.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Prime Minister, our Prime Cabinet Secretary, and all dignitaries present here today. My name is CPA Kuria Kimani, a Member of Parliament elected by the people of Molo constituency in Kenya. I got elected in 2017 at the age of 28 years, now serving my second term. I also serve as the chairperson, the Departmental Committee of Finance and National Planning at the National Assembly. We were gathered here as young parliamentarians across Africa with a caucus called Africa Young Parliamentarians Network, which has membership of young parliamentarians across the globe, to discuss matters that affect our region. We were here to address matters of debt. Most of our countries, 80% of the African countries, have been ranked their countries in debt distress. We are here to discuss matters of anti-corruption and the new forms that anti-corruption has taken place, and make resolutions as young leaders, the solutions we offer when we go back to the parliaments that we have been elected to serve. One of our resolutions has been to stop illicit flows in our countries through enacting legislation on illicit flows, and especially on the areas of virtual assets. Digitization of our government programs. As we go ahead with taking over technology, we must make sure that all our government services are available online. Lastly, the budgeted corruption that is in our procurement system. This team has resolved to make sure when you go back to our countries, we shall enact legislation to have e-procurement, electronic procurement in our respective countries. Honourable members, when we were talking about this, and of course me being Kenyan and a great fan and a mentee of Baba, I thought that we are going to lobby our colleagues to come for this lounge, only to be surprised that Baba has not just mentored leaders in Kenya, but has mentored a few of these people that you're seeing here, leaders across the African continent. So allow me to invite few of them to make just 1 minute presentation of what the experience has been in the interaction with the Right Honorable Baba Raila Odinga, starting with Honorable Imanga Wamanyima from Zambia.
Good evening, Your Excellencies. As I'd like to ride on the protocols that have been established. As earlier introduced, I am Imanga Wamanyima, Jr., Member of Parliament in the Republic of Zambia for a constituency called Nalolo. I was elected when I was 29. I'm the youngest Member of Parliament in that National Assembly, and I serve on the Public Accounts Committee, and I'm the Secretary General of the Youth Parliamentary Caucus. When we stood here, when we arrived here, it was a very ecstatic moment. And when I sat there to hear Baba talk about Africa, it's like a living library from Cape to Cairo. And the agenda of the youth being part of his core message could only fortify the reason why we met here in Addis Ababa as young parliamentarians. Such an illustrious and industrious career as a statesman in Kenya, as a mediator on various fronts, and indeed even as a Prime Minister. His purpose in contributing to the African continent only could resonate with the journey of our President Hakainde Hichilema. And it is in this vein I'd like to state with a deep sense of conviction that as a parliamentarian from Zambia, we reaffirm our support for Baba. And this is not my position, this is the Zambian position. And we are really inspired, and we look forward to his success in the election in February. We cannot adequately describe with words the impact of his vision, just in a few minutes explained here, on what we would have as expectation. I'm deeply grateful for this opportunity, and I wish you a successful evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And now we'll hear from the Honorable Ina Hengari from Namibia.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I'm a little bit short, so let me just adjust this. Good evening, Your Excellencies. Please allow me to stand on the protocol observed earlier on by my colleagues and earlier speakers. As introduced, my name is Ina Hengari. I serve as one of the youngest members of Parliament in Namibia. I was elected to office for the first time at the age of 23 in 2019. We are now in the middle of campaigns, 19 days to elections, Namibia, but I could not resist the opportunity to be here with you, Baba. Earlier this year, I met Baba in Nairobi, and we had quite the conversation, especially because the people that I come from, the Ovaherero people, and I'm sure many of you have heard of the 1904-1908 genocide that took place in Namibia and perpetrated by the Germans. I was quite excited as a young woman and as a young leader to have somebody in front of me who could recall and recount the events of the 1904-1908 genocide. So there are many things outside of Baba's passion for youth development and ensuring that young people have a place at the decision-making table. There are many things that also connects me and my people and my country to the leadership of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. So you have my support, Baba, and you have the support of my people. Thank you.
Amazing. And now we hear from the Honorable Stephen Kamsiyomo from Malawi.
Good evening, Your Excellencies. I'm extremely humbled to be sharing this big stage with everyone in this room. My name is Baba Stephen Malondela Kansiamo. I'm an MP for Lilongwe Southeast in Malawi, and I'm the chairperson of the Youth Caucus in Malawi. I am a member of Public Accounts Committee, but at the same time, I'm the Director of Youth for the ruling Malawi Congress Party in Malawi. I am extremely humbled to see someone I've admired from a distance seated in this room. As you've heard, my name is Baba. He happens to be a namesake, Baba, but that's not the more reason. Growing up in Malawi, listening to BBC, you could hear about Baba in Kenya. And this Baba now is seeking to get into the highest office. Baba, you've inspired millions across the globe. You're a great son of the soil, the great son of Africa. As you move on, I would like to assure you of total support from Malawi. If the son that you're seeing speaking before you is a son who was once a street kid, an orphan who has seen opportunities go by because I didn't have someone in front to hold me. But through the grace of God, we managed to save and work hard up until we got elected. I got elected in 2019 at the age of 37. But as a son of a poor man, as a street kid who has risen through the ranks and graduate of the University of Malawi, currently I'm studying Masters in Anti-Corruption with IACA in Australia. I would like, as you take into the new role, to think of the street kids who are out there, to think of the neglected Africans who are out there, to think of the future, and the future belongs to people like us, the people who've never had a name. We have millions of the youth out there who are looking forward to your expertise and your dedication to duty to uplift their lives and to change the narrative that Africa has had. We now can have hope in a son who has always believed in peace, that the son who has always believed in unity in diversity is taking the central stage. Be assured of our support from Malawi, and be assured of working with you as you take the desired mantle for the sake of the mother Africa. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now we'll hear from the Honorable Vuyo Zungu.